Salesian family. If you love Don Bosco, let me hear a cheer. Can't talk about St. John Bosco unless I talk about St. Mary Mazzarello tonight. St. John Bosco's very special partner in working with the young people, doing for girls in a particular way what Don Bosco was doing for boys with St. Mary Mazzarello. And on a night, something like this, in a very small little village called Mornese, Don Bosco had come to town. And all the townspeople were so excited, just like you. Let me hear you get excited. Well, Mary Mazzarello was way in the back of the crowd. And as St. John Bosco began to speak, little by little she edged her way through the crowds. I don't think there were any security people or special t-shirts to hold her back. But before too long, she got all the way to the front of the crowd. And the sisters were surprised. And they said, "Mother, how did you do that? How did you push through the crowd and go all the way to the front like that?" "Why?" she said. "Because Don Bosco is a saint, and I feel it." Can you feel it tonight? Don Bosco brought us from all over the place. I talked to people this evening from Venezuela, from Colombia, from Cuba, from Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and more. And they were all brought here because they felt Don Bosco draw them to this place. And he has a message for us. Because what was it that Mother Mazzarello was feeling that day when she was drawn to come close to St. John Bosco? The way I saw the crowd in the cafeteria, like magnets to St. John Bosco. Like I saw along the track today, this evening, as people came out of nowhere, they wanted to be close to Don Bosco. Because Don Bosco wanted us to touch the love of God our Father. He wanted us to know, he wanted us to believe, he wanted us to feel that God loves us. And if there's other things that we're not sure about these days, whether it's the economy or a list of other things, there's one thing we can be sure of. Our God loves us. Do you believe that? Yes! Let me hear that you believe that. Don Bosco was about loving kindness. He left us a spirituality about joy and loving kindness. I wrote a little article recently and I said things like, what does loving kindness look like for a Salesian? Kindness looks like when you pour a child a glass of cold milk, but if you put that little extra chocolate syrup inside, that's loving kindness. If somebody comes home after school and they're kind of hungry, if you give them a piece of bread, that could be kindness. But if you put lots of peanut and jelly on top, that's loving kindness. Or if someone asks the question, "How are you?" that's kindness. But to stay and listen to the whole answer about how maybe somebody's having backache and knee ache and all kinds of aches.
tienen que seguir caminando. Tienen que seguir caminando. Vamos.
Vamos, adelante. No tienen papelito para escribir peticiones, echarlos en una cesta.
Allá adentro hay cesta. Si no lo ponen aquí adentro, lo ponen adentro.
Sacerdote para siempre quiero ser.